advantage of that great price. It's brand new, 4 flex pays. It literally is a touch of a button, and you walk away and you come back and you have the perfect hard-boiled eggs. So if you haven't seen that yesterday because you missed out, just make sure to let you know it is still available. All right, next item up. I am so excited because yesterday we were talking with Allie about this, and Allie is a New York Times bestselling author. She's also a brilliant blogger, and she's a home chef, which I love that she calls herself a home chef. She's written 2 books, which are great, and they are also available to take the idea of spiralizing just to that brand new next level. And I will tell you, this is one concept that of all the things that I have done that literally has changed my life. And it sounds ridiculous and silly, but now I'm eating more vegetables, more things I thought I would never touch simply because I like the texture better, I like the taste better, and spiralizing is truly the answer. So if this is your season, if you said, daggone it, I'm doing this, I'm changing my eating habits, I would highly recommend hanging out with me and Allie here for a few minutes to learn about her creation. Hi, Miss Allie.
Hi, thanks for having me again.
We had a darn good day yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah.
And she's back today again, and I know you are very passionate about this idea of spiralizing. Why?
Yes, well, it's kind of one of those have your cake and eat it too situations. I'm Italian-American. I don't know about you out there, but I love a big portion of pasta, a steaming hot bowl of, you know, whatever it is, bolognese, spaghetti and meatballs, but I don't like the way I feel after. I want to feel light, I want to feel good, and I want to eat healthy. So I love that having this, you replace the pasta noodle with a spiralized vegetable like here with the zucchini or summer squash, and you have this big bowl of delicious pasta, but it's healthy, it's light, and you're eating more vegetables. So if you're ever struggling to eat healthy, get a spiralizer. That's what I would have to say.
And it really does. For example, can I show them this too? Because I think this is hilarious. Okay, if you said, hey, Suzanne, come here. I want you to eat these really cubey blocks of zucchini. I'd be like, you just chew on them, just gnaw on them. I'm like, you're out of your mind. I'm not touching those. And I really wouldn't. In fact, I've never been a zucchini eater. If you brought this to me, which is exactly what I do at home, and said, eat this, and I'll give you my recipe that I do all the time, I'm all in. And I'm in, and I don't feel guilty about it. In fact, we were laughing yesterday. You know what pasta is? It's basically just a vehicle for all the good stuff we love on top of it. So once you eliminate the pasta part, go ahead and eat the good stuff that's on top of it, because it's relatively healthy.
Right, exactly. And what I will say is, speaking of different types of pastas, so you'll see here the Inspiralizer comes with 4 different noodle shapes. And how you make those different noodle shapes, right here, it's A, B, C, D. It's easy as turning a knob. So once you turn the knob, for instance, you just saw me spiralizing on blade D, which was a spaghetti blade. Spaghetti blade, you're gonna wanna make spaghetti and meatballs, you're gonna make maybe a pesto and zucchini noodles, maybe a carbonara. But now here you'll see a slightly thicker noodle, and this noodle is more of like a linguine style. So you might want to make a different sauce for that, maybe just throw a tomato sauce over it with some chopped chicken or something like that. And so you'll see over here the different 4 blades. We have the spaghetti, the linguine, and we have the fettuccine style. Fettuccine if you want an Alfredo. An Alfredo sauce is heavy already, but if you replace that Alfredo sauce with, or if you add the spiralized vegetables in with the Alfredo sauce, it instantly becomes a healthier meal, but it's just as delicious, because we all love the sauce. We don't necessarily want the pasta.
No, I mean, you ever just eat cooked pasta? It's super bland. Right. I mean, there's nothing to it. It's all the good stuff you put on top of it. And I'm telling you, it really will completely change how you eat, and then ultimately it does change your life. And I was telling Allie this earlier, I made a commitment before Thanksgiving to make a full lifestyle change. Now, I don't even call it a diet. I want this to be a permanent change. And spiralizing for me has become just my go-to answer. I'm now eating spinach and zucchini and things I would never touch in a million years, but this is always the base of it, because I start with the spiralized, and then I add my protein, and then I add my spinach and my kale, and I cook it all up. I put an organic marinara sauce on top of it, low carb, by the way, and oh my gosh, it's something I actually crave now, which I'm telling you, if you would have checked with me back in October and, hey, do you crave zucchini? I'd be like, oh, heck no. But now it is so soul satisfying and so tasty. And I know you're making a pesto. I have not done a pesto yet.
Yes, you know, my favorite thing about spiralizing is you're spiralizing so many different types of vegetables. You know, right here we did zucchini. You're gonna see some more later on of different veggies. But you're getting...
You set it down, I'm gonna cut it.
I'll set it down for you. But I like to do in the summertime, I love to do a zucchini noodle with a little summer fresh pesto, and it's super easy. You just spiralize your vegetable like we just did there. You add it with some pesto, maybe some tomatoes, and again, chicken or whatever protein you like, and you have dinner or lunch or whatever meal in 5 minutes. It's so easy. So if you need to save time in the kitchen, you want to entertain this summer or winter, and you don't want to have to deal with being in the kitchen for a really long amount of time, I mean, how quick was that to make? I mean, I made that while I was talking and spiralizing. So, and there's different ways that you can cook the veggies. So right there, you had it raw, but I personally like my vegetables cooked.
I do too.
Yeah, it just tastes more like pasta. And you know, you can make a lot of different things, not just pasta. You can make healthy casseroles. I love doing a tuna noodle casserole using these zucchini noodles instead of a regular noodle. And it's just, like you said, it's lower carb. It's just healthier. You're sneaking in veggies. This is one of my favorite things to make. Just saute the zucchini noodles for 2 to 3 minutes and add in some pre-made turkey meatballs, a little bit of Parmesan, because we're eating the vegetable noodles. And right like that, you have a healthy meal on your table. We have sweet potatoes, which I'm going to spiralize next. You get the sweet potatoes with a little bolognese on top.
And that's just crazy delicious.
Yeah, and again, it's the sauce. So once you start eating like this, I mean, I don't actually buy regular pasta. I haven't bought regular pasta since I started this brand.
And she's an Italian.
And I am an Italian. And you know, I have a 4.5-month-old, and I have to say, now I truly know that moms are superheroes because they have to get dinner on the table so quickly. And when you have a little baby, or you know, you have nieces, nephews, whatever it is, grandchildren, you want to spend time with them, but you want to make them a healthy meal, and this is a way to do it. So I'm going to show you what a really important feature of the Inspiralizer is.
Wait, I'm going to explain. This is a big difference. Pay attention to this because a lot of other ones out there, you've got to put a lot of pressure, a lot of weight. You're working your buns off to try to get to spiralize. This next part really differentiates yours from the other ones.
Yes, and I really focus on this because I love spiralizing different veggies, not just zucchini. I like sweet potatoes, and I like butternut squash, and beets, and rutabaga, and turnip. So what I'll show you here is you just press down on the center, just a little bit of pressure, and then you use these levers. They're vacuum-based suction levers. There's 2 of them. And I'll just show you how strong it is. So this is a piece of granite, I think.
Yeah, and it's heavy. That's a heavy piece.
So now that we're secure, all you do every time you spiralize is you take your vegetable and you center it on your Inspiralizer, and you just make sure it's nice and secure, and you just turn the handle. And you'll see how easily this is spiralizing a sweet potato, which is a very tough vegetable to spiralize. You need a little elbow grease. But as simple as that, you spiralize that. You can saute this. I love sweet potato as a pasta base, but you can make it, if you like Asian noodle bowls, you can make Asian noodle bowls. It's not just for pasta. Like I said, you can make different kinds of salads. Right here we have actually a bowl of some soup that's just simmering, a chicken soup. So if you like chicken noodle soup, those noodles, they don't really add anything nutrient-wise. So what I like to do is, this is a carrot right here. So I'm gonna spiralize a carrot. And I'll just, again, at this point with a pasta, you'd already be focusing on boiling water. So there's no boiling water here. Your vegetable is ready to cook right like that. So I'll add this into the little, our little chicken soup. And now we have a chicken noodle soup. It's healthy. The carrot noodles add a little bit of taste too. So with all your different vegetables, you're getting different flavors. Right. Not only different nutrients, but different flavors. So you can make a bowl of bolognese. You can make it with sweet potato. This is actually a Japanese purple sweet potato. You can make it with a sweet potato, butternut squash, a beet, and you get a different flavor profile. So you are never bored of this kind of eating. Healthy eating will never be boring if you have a spiralizer.
Well, and something else, a couple things to note. Number one, we have the best price anywhere. Even if you go to Allie's website or that A place, it will only be at about $34. So we have a really nice price. But also, what's crucial is we have 4 flex pays for this weekend only. It actually ends tomorrow. So here's what I want you to do. If you've not tried spiralizing, and a lot of people have heard about it, it's one of the buzz, it's happening. It really is a game changer, and I can guarantee you that. This is the way to do it with our flex pay. For $7.49, you probably bought some coffee last week that cost more than that. Get it at home and try it out. That's our flex pay. It's easy to use. Any major credit card, you can even use PayPal. Try it. If you don't love it, send it back. But I'll tell you what, if it doesn't change the way you eat and how you approach eating and healthier eating, I would be shocked if it doesn't really influence that. So if your commitment this year is, hey, I'm really going to change up how I eat, there is nothing that I think has made a more dramatic difference in my life than being able to spiralize. It sounds insane. I know people are like, yeah, right. I am not kidding you. And you know what? If it's the same for you, I would love to hear from you. Allie, your unit is so nice and professional and beautifully made. It's a customer pick because it's really great quality.
Yes, it is. And I love spiralizing so much that I actually quit my job in corporate America so that I could devote myself to spiralizing because I loved it so much and I wanted to show people how to eat healthy. I mean, I had my own you know, health journey, I've never eaten so healthy in my life. I've never eaten so many different vegetables. You have rutabaga, you have parsnip. I would never think to make a parsnip noodle pasta with sausage and broccoli rabe, you know, and I can eat bowls and bowls of that and I'll feel good. I always say I could have dinner and then go dancing afterwards. If my husband would take me dancing, I would love to do that because it just makes you feel lighter, and you're sneaking in veggies. It's hard to eat healthy, it really is, but everyone likes to say if you want to eat healthier, eat more veggies. This is the way to do it.
But you know what's funny, by spiralizing, it's so much easier. In fact, it cooks up really fast. So for me, I'm always in a big rush, and I will give you my recipe because it's kind of, I throw it in a pan. So pop some stuff, a little coconut oil in the pan. That's what I start with. Then I start with my meat, which is always like a ground chicken or ground turkey. Then what I throw in is spinach. I throw in kale. I throw in my zucchini spiralized, and then I also put in mushrooms. And then basically, I take an organic marinara sauce, pour it on top, and then I finish it off with raw sunflower seeds. It's crazy delicious. And do you know what? I eat as much as I want. I don't care.
That recipe.
It's so good.
Delicious.
It's really good, but it's really, really easy. And all of a sudden, wait, kale, which I would never eat in a million years, is in my system. Spinach, which I've hated forever. I've never eaten spinach. It's great, because you know what? That delicious marinara sauce is covering it all up, and I absolutely love it. So here I am eating all these amazing vegetables now that are so darn good for you, and I have zero guilt, but it's so satisfying. Now here's what I love too. Talk about onion. Who wants to dice or slice onions or try to look how fast?
Who has the knife skills to do it so perfectly also?
It looks gorgeous. But even if you're making hoagies, I don't care, maybe you have a hoagie every now and then or whatever, this is awesome. And what I do is I take my kitchen shears and then I just cut it. That's all I do next, is I cut mine down. But look at your pepper.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I love fajita night. I love peppers and onions sauteed. I love stir fries, but I don't have great knife skills. Like she was saying before, I'm a home chef, and I want to spend less time in the kitchen and more time just eating deliciously and having fun with my friends and family. And this is the trick to that. And
That's
I mean,
brilliant.
Peppers and onions are something that, this would have taken you at least 30 seconds to cut a pepper, and you'd get so much waste and you wouldn't get such perfectly uniform noodles. So if you love Asian stir fries, this is a really great way to prep that. So the Spiralizer is also just great for food prep. And I mean, we have a beet right here. There's just so many different veggies.
Look at that beet. I'm not a big fan of beets, but if you are,
toss it with a vinaigrette and you have a really delicious salad.
That's right.
Again, it's quick and easy to use. So we have, the peppers and onions, and you can also do dishes like frittatas. We could do the onion, the frittata. You can pickle your onions. I want to also show you that you can spiralize fruit. I love doing
I think
apples.
This is brilliant.
Yeah, I love doing apples and pears. And again, I'll just call out a few things on the Spiralizer before I use it. So again, with the suction that's superior, you're just going to push down, and you're going to use these levers to suction down on that countertop. You can see me pulling up the granite again. And then right here, there's a security cover on the front. So if you are spiralizing with kids or just yourself and you're clumsy like me, there is a security cover right here, so there will be no fingertips getting cut while you're spiralizing. Always be safe, but...
That's great.
So I'm going to set this right here, blade D again. That is the noodle twister on the side. It's easy as that. You don't have clunky things you're pulling out or putting in the dishwasher and losing. You just turn the knob like that. And then I'm going to load this apple on here. So I love apples. I love caramelizing apples.
Notice she didn't core it first.
Right.
Yeah, don't even bother doing that.
You don't need to core it. And you can do all types of apples. And what I will say is that it will teach you to eat more creatively. I'll caramelize these and I'll put them on pancakes. I'll put them in a salad like this. This has, some asparagus noodles, shaved asparagus, some pecans, some gorgonzola cheese, and apples. So if you're having your girlfriends over or friends or whatever, and you want to make a quick salad that they'll love, and you'll be the talk of the town if you make something like this, because they'll say, well, how did you get your apples like that? And you can say, I got the Inspiralizer, and that's how I did it.
And actually, when it's visually more interesting, you just want to eat it. It just looks better. And so, you eat with your eyes first, and I think that makes a big difference. Got to give you an update, though. Hey, Dan, I think the gray sold out yesterday, did it? Okay, so here are the colors we have left. We have the red, and we have the white. I only have 2 colors. Oh my goodness. Now, we've sold 3,500. We've only got about, maybe a minute more to go, and then we're gonna wrap up on this, and I don't believe we'll have enough to do another airing. If you've been thinking about spiralizing, just read the reviews on this. They are exceptional. 4 unique different blades, so it does various looks, so you don't have to have the same exact spaghetti style as you're showing right now, actually. And then, of course, you get the manual, you get recipes. I would recommend get these books. It's spiralized everything, and then it's Inspiralized. This is more than 500 crazy unique recipes, things that will change how you eat, which thus changes your life, right? Here's the information on the books. You have more than 500 pages. It's also a customer pick, just loads of ideas and pictures, amazing recipes that Allie's created. She is a New York Times best-selling author and also a home chef, so try it today while we have the last 2 colors left, because once this is gone, obviously it's gonna be sold out for a bit. Well, that was fun, Allie.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, here, hold one end. We just gotta end with this. Ready? You hold one. I'll hold the other. Watch. And we talked about this yesterday, the food savings alone, a little bit. That is 1 potato you did, and this is one strand of 1 potato. The food savings is amazing when you spiralize, because your food goes so much farther, and you'll be shocked when you first do